Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2023 IFBB Pro League Wasatch Warrior Pro Figure, Pro Bikini, and Pro Masters Figure and Bikini results. This was a big show. There's lots to talk about. Some absolutely stunningly gorgeous female athletes. It's so exciting. And there are 2 more shows coming up this weekend, so make sure you're subscribed. I'll be back with recaps as soon as I can. All right, now, in terms of Olympia, you guys know the drill by this point. There is no longer a tiered system. So it's the top 3 Bikini Open and Figure Open from last year who qualify, and then the winner of each Open category in this qualification period. So the Masters unfortunately do not qualify for the Olympia, but the Masters get their own Olympia now, which is really cool. Now, let's begin with our Pro Figure. Oh, so good. In first place was Gabriella, second Gina, third Ashley, fourth Shayna, and fifth Stacy. And the scores were pretty even, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So a very good, easygoing show. So here is Stacy in 5th place. You guys remember her from the Tri-City where she got 5th in the 40 plus. She did amazing. So she looks really good. I just adore her suit. The colors are so pretty, and she's got a beautiful V-taper. Really nice shape. She's got these lats that just are so smooth and seamless in her torso. Your eye just travels from her shoulders to her waist. Really great. She's got nice size in her legs, great conditioning. You've got beautiful ab definition. I didn't know whether it was the lighting at this show or if her conditioning was just a tiny bit better. I feel like those lines in her legs are even more crisp, more easy to see. Her delts look really lean. I just thought she looked fantastic. Okay, next and 4th was Shayna, just beautiful. We also saw her at the Tri-City show, so she's doing amazing. Her lats are really spectacular. A different look, very round. You really notice them. They kind of jut out horizontally from her body. Very impressive. Really large delts to match. Beautiful. Great detail in her legs. And I feel like her legs look super full too. She's got this really nice rounded shape and just fantastic detail. I'm not crazy about the cut of her suit. I find that it comes up a little high. It almost makes a squareness at her waist rather than that really nice like U-shaped dip. But overall, I still think she looks amazing. Great makeup. Love the color of her suit. Her eyeshadow is stunning. She looks really good. Okay, next and 3rd is Ashley. Wow, size. She looks big. She's got massive arms, huge lats. Her quads are crazy big. A lot of size, a lot of muscle. I'm so impressed. I think her posing is very complimentary as well. Her shoulders look really pumped up, really rounded. The suit is beautiful. It looks really good with her hair and this little bit of a gold highlight. I think she looks really quite stunning. However, I think the conditioning could have been more. I want to see the lines in her legs just a little bit sharper. I like that you can see 6-packs. Her obliques look really good, but just a little bit more cut would have been fabulous for me. But overall, her shape, her size is really impressive. All right, next is Gina in 2nd. Now, here we go. Gina looks really muscular. She looks big. She's got huge lats, really big legs, and she looks really conditioned. Like, look at all the detail in her stomach. Crazy defined abs. Her shoulders look really lean. I love how lumpy and bumpy the muscles are in her arms. Like, it's just like 1, 2, 3 different areas. Just gorgeous. Really nice. She's got great conditioning up into her inner thighs as well. So you've got these lines all the way from her knee right up to the hip bone. Beautiful suit. It's just such a pretty color combination. I think she looks really, really lovely. I wouldn't mind if she tried to have her toes out to create a little bit more roundness to the quads. Like right now I see a bit of a straight line. So that could just be a little tiny bit of a posing thing. But otherwise I think she looks really impressive. Great conditioning, great size. And now in first place is Gabriella. Holy smoke. So the first thing that really caught my eye was the roundness. I really noticed how full and 3D and round all of these separate muscles were in her quads. And then the overall shape of her quad is really round as well. She also has really beautiful round lower legs as well. Her calves look fantastic. Great definition. Her abs are really easy to see. Really great lines in her legs. Her lats are a little more moderate in size compared to some of the other ladies, but still a really nice shape with her tiny waist and then really beautiful upper body. Great delts, nice arms. I just think from a proportion standpoint, she looks really balanced and the conditioning is there. But in particular, she nails it from behind. Okay, so there was no real good stage photo of them in a lineup, so I just kind of mashed up their pictures together. You can see the different levels of conditioning. Definitely Gabriella and Gina stand out to me just for how easy it is to see the legs and the abs and the little bit of striations in the shoulders. From a size perspective, Ashley for sure takes it on that one. She looks really big. Nice small waists on all of these ladies. It is a very beautiful lineup. Gabriella looks quite sensational, partially because of the abs, but also just those beautiful round legs. Compare her legs to the two girls beside her, and I think she really gets it with both the shape, right? The roundness and the conditioning, the detail. But now from behind, this is where Gabriella, I think, really shines. Her legs are so round, so full, and yet you see tie-ins, you see definition in her hamstrings. Her back looks so 3D, all the way running down her spinal column, like really quite a beautiful look. So she's got such a great fullness, great definition, and great size. I think Shayna needed a little more conditioning coming through in the back on her legs. Otherwise, like, this was really quite beautiful. And now in terms of Olympia, that means Gabriella is qualified. Okay, let's look at our over 40, our masters figure. So in first place was Gina, second Stacy, third Kate, fourth Michelle, and fifth Rebecca. So here's Rebecca in fifth place. Beautiful. I love the size in her legs. She's got nice proportions. I think her lats are a really good match to the size of her legs. Beautiful curves, nice small waist, posing really well, but I do think conditioning could have been more. Crispier, deeper lines, a little bit more six-pack coming through, and even just a little bit more roundness and curve to the delts, I think would be a really good look. But overall, I think she's got a great overall, beautiful suit, nice bright colors, beautiful bold lips. She's gorgeous. Okay, next in fourth is Michelle. Amazing size. Her legs in particular really caught my eye. I think she's got a lot of muscle mass in those quads. I don't think she's posing in the most flattering way. To me, it looks like her shoulders are rolling forward and you're losing that pop, that roundness and the side curves to the delts. So I would definitely play around a little bit with the way that she's holding her arms. And also I think Michelle could have a bit more conditioning. She's got the size, but I'd like to see the lines a little bit better in the legs and in the abs. But overall, she still looks really fantastic, and a beautiful fourth place. Okay, here's Kate in third. Now that's the shoulder I'm talking about, where you have the curve on top and the curve to the side. Her delts really stand out on her physique. Absolutely gorgeous. She's got really nice lats. It comes into a beautiful V-taper. Great conditioning in her abs. You've got the full six-pack. Nice conditioning in the legs. I wouldn't mind a little tiny bit more. And maybe even on Kate, I think she could have a bit more size to the legs. A little bit more of the sweep to the quad to balance with the amazing lats and delts. I'm really drawn to her upper body. She's really quite exceptional above. Not to say that her bottom half isn't good also, but I'm just really, really quite taken by how beautiful her upper body looks. I love her hair. There's a lot of personality coming through. Her makeup is beautiful, and her posing is very flattering as well to those delts. So I think she did a great job. I do think, though, that she could try to get her ankles a little closer together. That might actually give you a bit more curve to the sweep of the quad. All right, next is Stacy. We already saw her in open. And then Gina, who we also saw in open. So here's everyone side by side. I think you can really see how Gina and Stacy nail the proportions and the V-taper. So the delts and the lats and the tiny waists for sure have a different kind of a V than on the other ladies. But then, man, the legs. I really noticed the size, the shape, and the detail on Gina. Stacy, I think, has comparable definition, but not quite the same size. So Gina just has so much roundness and fullness, and overall, really nice package. And then from behind, again, I think Gina, she not only has the conditioning, right? You've got adductors, you've got beautiful detail coming through in her back. She also has a lot of that 3D fullness, particularly in her back, that you're not really seeing from the other ladies. So I think it was a clear first place for Gina. Very well done. Okay, let's move on to Pro Bikini. In first place, Amy. Second, Jessica. Third, Malu. Fourth, Savannah. And fifth, Jackie. And if you look closely at the scores, it was very close between our third place and our fourth place winner. Very tense. Okay, so here's Jackie in fifth. She looks gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pose with their back leg quite like this. It looks very flattering to her inner thigh. Her definition is beautiful. Really good conditioning. You've got enough softness that the muscles look full and round, but you've got some lines, you've got some detail. Looks really good. I think her lats look fantastic. She's got a really nice curve. The only thing I'm not crazy about is that this arm is a little bit hiding the glute. Now, that could just be where we are in terms of the photographer, and the view from the judges might have been slightly different, but I would definitely try to twist a little bit more so that the arm falls a bit further back so you don't obstruct the view of the glute. But she's got beautiful delts. I love that her hair is off her shoulders so you can see everything clearly. I think she looked really gorgeous. Next and fourth is Savannah. Oh my gosh. I'm so impressed by her curve. She really has a tiny waist and a really spectacular arch to her back. So you notice the hourglass so clearly. I think her conditioning is really nice in the hip here. You've got this beautiful groove outlining the glute. I think she could have had a little bit more detail coming through on the back leg, just a tiny bit. But I do really like how chiseled out her obliques are. Her stomach is perfectly flat. And again, just her posing is so beautiful. Maybe Savannah could have a little bit more roundness right up here in the delt, just to give you that little bit more of a curve to the upper. But overall, I'm so impressed by her. I love the color of her suit. Her platinum blonde hair is gorgeous, and I think she is just a beauty. Okay, Malu in third place. So pretty. I think she's got such a lovely look. Overall, she's got this beautiful softness. She's got curves. She's got a really nice shape to her quad in this back leg. The front leg quad looks good as well. A nice amount of conditioning so you see the lines in this leg. Maybe a little more line could have come through on the back, just a bit more to outline some of the quad detail, just a tiny bit. Really nice abs. I think she's got beautiful full shoulders. She's posing really well, right? The arm is out just enough that you see the shape of her glute. I'm not crazy about the shadows from the lighting. It makes it look like her glute ends right here, but it actually goes all the way over here. She's got gorgeously rounded hamstrings. That's kind of my overall impression. She's got a lot of curves, a lot of roundness, and just a beautiful overall shape. Great curve to her back. Just gorgeous. All right, Jessica in second. Beautiful. She switched to a pink suit. I am partial to the turquoise myself. You guys know me. I'm not sure whether it's the lighting or if her conditioning is a little bit different, because I feel like you could see a little bit more detail at the Battle of Texas. You know, this quad was quite outlined. There's a bit more detail coming through on the back leg, and you don't quite see that here. And yet she is just as tiny in her waist. She's got really nice leanness in her shoulders. So it could just be lighting. I think she poses really well. She keeps her hand a lot lower on her hip than the other girls, but it looks fine on her frame. I really noticed the curve in her back. Beautiful glute, particularly at this bottom portion, but I do think she could have a bit more size up in this part. Just a little bit more roundness at the top of the glute. I think she poses her leg really beautifully. She keeps her feet very close together, creates a nice shape. And overall, she looks natural. She looks relaxed. She's not overly contorting or twisting. She just looks really, really good. And now in first place is Amy. You guys remember she just got first at the Clash. My gosh, does she ever look amazing? And the first thing I noticed was the red lip. I love the red lip. I went on Instagram. I saw a video. I made a screenshot. Oh, it's just gorgeous. I think it is such a good look. I don't know why more girls don't do a more bold lip. To me, the nude lip is not nearly as glam as a bold red lip to match the bold red suit. Now, her conditioning is beautiful. By far the most detail of all the top 5. You have a really sharp line outlining the quad. Her glutes look really popped, very full. You've got a beautiful line here outlining the back leg. Her obliques are super sharp. Great curves in her arms. A little bit of that detail coming through, outlining the delt. Just spectacular. And in the lineup, to me, she stands out because of that conditioning. She's got a great overall shape, just like everybody. Beautiful hourglass, but very impressive size and curve to her glutes. This was a fabulous show for her. I thought she looked really, really amazing. And I like that her arm is a little bit closer here. I think it creates a really beautiful shape in her delt versus this particular picture at Clash. Okay, so here's the side by side. See what I mean about Amy's conditioning? You really notice her quad. I really notice her oblique. Very, very beautiful. The next person who catches my eye, believe it or not, is our 4th place winner, Savannah. I really notice her curve, her hourglass shape. Just spectacular. I think Jackie has some nice delts. I think Malu has a beautiful quad. Jessica looks her obliques look really nice. Overall, everybody has a very beautiful physique. And I love that the suits are all a variety of colors. We've got different colors of hair. It's just a beautiful top 5. And now from behind, I think Amy definitely stands out. For one thing, she's got a lot of curve to her inner leg. So a lot of size in the muscles in her leg, a good sweep, a good internal curve. But then the other thing is the conditioning. You really notice the shape all the way around her glute and the tie-ins. I think 3rd place and 2nd place beside her don't quite have the detail coming through. And then, of course, tiny waist, really broad upper body, so you've got a great view of her hourglass. I think she just did a tremendous job. And Amy was already qualified for the Olympia. Okay, let's look at our bikini over 40, our masters. In 1st place was Nicole, 2nd, Sarah, 3rd, Ruth, 4th, Dawn, and 5th, Shantae. And the scores were very even here. So here's Shantae in 5th place. Just beautiful. I love her long legs. She's got this gorgeous curve to her leg, right from her ankle up to her hip. Really nice glute as well. Super beautiful round shape. I do find her to be leaning a little bit to the front, and I think she could have a bit more shoulder, just a little bit more curve and fullness and roundness in the shape, particularly in this front arm. But overall, so just a little bit more size. But I think she's got a really beautiful look, long dark hair, great color of the suit, and I love that the lipstick matches. So a fabulous 5th place. Okay, next in 4th is Dawn. Now, Dawn does have a little bit more size in her upper body, so a little bit more shoulder. I've got a bit more lat. She's got a lot of muscle in her stomach. I think it looks fantastic. Beautiful curve as well. But Dawn, I think, could have a bit more size in her legs. So a little bit more curve here to the sweep, I think would do a really good job of making a bit better proportions. Right now, I notice the upper body and all the curves and muscle, and then to me, the legs are looking a little bit more like a straight line, even though she's got some beautiful curves in the hamstring. So just a little bit more quad, and I think she would be really spectacular. Gorgeous suit. I love the royal with her blonde hair. I think she looks really beautiful. Okay, here's Ruth in 3rd. Now, Ruth to me has muscle everywhere. Very good balance, really good proportions. She's got a very muscular upper body. Her delts are full and round. Very beautiful obliques. Her stomach is tight and flat, but you can see there's muscle in there, and her legs are gorgeous. Really nice roundness and curve. Beautiful detail in the inside of her leg, in the top of her quad, the line running down. Oh, I think she's just beautiful. Extremely muscular and athletic is the overall vibe I get from Ruth. She looks amazing. The only suggestion I have from a posing perspective would be to drop the chin just a little bit, and to have the gaze a little lower. That's it. I think she looks really, really spectacular, and a great suit with her dark hair. Next is Sarah in 2nd place. Beautiful glute. Really nice shape, particularly with her curvy hamstring. She's got a nice oblique. Beautiful posing. I like how her leg is a little bit towards the back. The knee is to the back corner. It's very flattering. You see a nice view of her calf muscle. I do think that she could pull up her chest a little and have the shoulder a bit higher and more open. But the arm is not obstructing the glute, so I'm not criticizing that. In terms of conditioning, I wouldn't mind if it was just a little bit more, that we could see the lines a little bit deeper in the legs, maybe a little bit more of a tightness to the stomach. But overall, I think she looks really beautiful. Her makeup is stunning, and she's gorgeous. And now finally in 1st place is Nicole. Holy hourglass figure. Really easy to see with her very large lats and tiny waist, and a very large glute that's in perfect proportion with her upper body. She's got great curves in her legs. Just overall, I think she's got a fantastic amount of muscle, great conditioning, and a beautiful package. The red suit with the blonde is gorgeous. I'm not crazy about the posing. To me, the shoulders need to be a little bit more level, and this arm should be more to the back so that it's not covering the glute. Okay, side by side, beautiful. A great top 5, but I think you can see some of those things that I mentioned before. So Dawn could have a bit more curve to the front of her quads, as you see with Sarah here. I think Nicole, again, is covering her glute with her hand, so she just needs to open up the chest and level out the shoulders a little. Ruth could lower the chin a little bit. Shantae, I feel, is a little bit too sideways here. I want to see more bend in this knee, up on the toe, and just twist more towards the judges. And Sarah, I think her posing looks really good. You got a great view of her legs. Now from behind, Nicole, I think, looks really good here because of the detail in her adductors. You've got some nice conditioning, nice size. I'm quite drawn to Ruth. I think she's got some beautiful roundness. Really nice overall hourglass shape. But to me, Nicole has that more of that bikini look where you've got the very large width to the upper body, very tiny, and a little bit more of a narrow leg. Ruth has a lot of curve, a lot of roundness, and to me, Nicole, it just embodies that bikini look a little bit better. But it's a very beautiful top 5. Everybody looks quite spectacular, and the Masters girls always really impress me. So that's it for this recap. I've got more coming your way. There are lots of shows happening this month. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment below, and come find me. I'm at turquoisetoffee.wordpress.com and of course on Instagram at turquoisetoffee.